Yo, have you heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome, everyone, to the L7C podcast WrestleMania edition. Today, we are going to be previewing WrestleMania 38. That's coming to you this Saturday, April 2nd, and this Sunday, April 3rd. It's going to be a two-night event in AT&T Stadium. So to preview the biggest pay-per-view of the year, obviously, we have our wrestling expert, Mr. Jacob Mason, with us. How are you doing today?
Dude, I am so fantastic. It's WrestleMania week. You know, it's a magical time of the year for us here at the L7C, and goddamn, I just can't wait.
We have the captain, Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm great. Definitely ready to talk some WrestleMania and all the shenanigans that are going to happen.
And we got the producer, Justin Akadel. How are you doing today, sir?
I wasn't lying on the Naruto pod when I said I was going to be back this week, did I?
No, that's two. Two in a row after my man had his hiatus. The fans missed him, and now the guy's back. But let's go right into it, man. We're previewing WrestleMania. It's a two-night event. We'll do Saturday, then Sunday. And before we even start, Justin, I'm going to throw this to you. Since it's a two-night event, do you think they're going to sell AT&T Stadium both nights?
You know what? I think so. Just on a simple fact that like WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl. So it's just like a big ass event that like people just want to be at. Not because the card's good or anything, just because like it's an event that people want to be at. So yeah, I think they'll be able to sell out both nights.
Okay. Byron, what do you think?
I think they will. Like Justin said, it's one of the biggest nights in wrestling. Well, biggest two nights in wrestling ever. So I think they'll definitely sell out. I know they pretty much sold out last year. And it was like the first WrestleMania back in front of fans. And I know that like the fans that couldn't go last year are probably going to go this year. So yeah, I think it'll sell out both nights.
Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, it's gonna sell. I don't know if they'll sell out both nights. I think you'll definitely see some gaps in the seating. But like Justin said, it's WrestleMania. People are going to go. It's an experience. I wouldn't know. I've never been there, but, you know, I enjoy it from my living room.
All right. Let's get right into it, man. We got 7 matches right now for Saturday and 7 currently right now for Sunday. Let's start off with a tag team match. We got Rey and Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz and Logan Paul, the first celebrity match of the night. Byron, who do you think's coming out on top on this match?
Oh, this one is a toss-up for me. I know they always like to have the celebrity go over, a la Bad Bunny last year. And unfortunately, Miz was on the losing end of that tag team match. So I think The Miz deserves a win at WrestleMania. I can't remember the last time he won at WrestleMania. So I'm going to go The Miz and Logan Paul over Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
Justin, what do you think?
I think the Mysterios got this one. According to Vegas, the odds are even. It's -120 for both, so they don't know who the fuck's going to win. I think it's going to be Mysterios. You can't have Logan Paul, Jake, whatever. Which Paul it is. I don't know which the fuck. I don't know. You can't have them come into WrestleMania and winning, though. Like, absolutely not. So, Mysterios.
Jacob?
I'm going to go with The Miz and Logan Paul on this one. But side note, Justin, way to come in with the Vegas information. Hell yeah, man.
Oh, no. Martin sent me his website. This shit ain't on my books.
Same website that had the Royal Rumble odds from when we did that.
Yeah, shout out to betonline.ag.
But yeah, I'm going to go with Miz and Paul. I think Paul will go over because he is a heel. No one likes him. And yeah, I mean, the guy took out Floyd Mayweather in his last match. So yeah, I'm backing Paul here.
Well, he didn't take out. One of the Paul fights I did watch in its entirety. Like, he didn't win. Like,
you watched that whole fight?
No, I just bullshit.
I didn't pay for it, but yeah, I watched it.
Let's stick with the tag teams. This one's actually for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. You got the Usos, Jay and Jimmy versus Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Jacob, who do you got in this one?
All right, and this is for the SmackDown titles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, yeah. I'm as much as I like Shinsuke and Rick Boogs. Like, side note, their whole like Toyota thing they've been doing. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have seen that. That shit's actually been like super entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to bet against the Usos. So you got to go with the Usos because bloodline, and they're going to hold those titles for a while.
Justin?
Shit, they already held them for a while. What, longest reigning SmackDown champions in history? Tag champions? Which I think they just made that shit up, but whatever. But I'm going with Usos. There has to be some team that hold that shit longer than them. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh my God. Byron?
The ones are going to win.
Yeah, I'm going with the bloodline as well. If we'll talk about it later, but the bloodline is going to stand strong at WrestleMania.
Okay. Another tag team, man, 3 tag teams on Saturday. You got the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus, Rich Holland, and Pete Dunne, now named Butch. Byron, who you got in that one?
This one's another toss up for me. Like, I know they're trying to push Sheamus, Ridge, Holland, and Pete Dunne, not Butch. My boy Big E, because Ridge Holland accidentally almost paralyzed / killed Big E. So I am going to go the New Day because they got to get a win for their boy Big E.
Justin?
New Day winning that. Ridge Holland almost killed Big E.
He did. Jacob?
Oh, yeah, we're going with Sheamus and Butch and all them boys. We're going with the Peaky Blinder boys.
Okay. Any reason why?
Peaky Blinders.
Just because I feel since they like butchered Pete Dunne's name in the Butch, I feel like you have to do something with him, even though who almost killed Big E? Was it Rich Holland?
Mm-hmm.
Rich Holland, yeah, the big one.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the Peaky Blinder boys got to actually like go over and like do something. They're going to start this new stable, so I'm going with them.
Okay.
I feel like they need more.
What were you about to say, Justin?
They'll definitely benefit more from the win. That's 100% sure. The New Day don't need to win anything.
That is true. Next one is Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin with Moss in his back. Is anyone on here not picking Drew?
No. Next match.
Okay. Now we're starting to get into these big ones. We're going to stay with the men, and then we'll go with Seth freaking Rollins versus TBA. I want to throw this out. If it is not Cody Rhodes, who is it?
Goldberg.
Nah. Who are some other free agents that might make sense? Not Goldberg.
I can't think of any.
Free agents, since I'm looking at Jacob's picture right now, Bray.
Yeah, I know that's not happening.
I got it. I got it. I this just popped in my head because I still don't think it's going to be Cody Rhodes.
Okay,
I'm sticking by like my past predictions. I still don't think he comes back, but I'm going to say Johnny Gargano.
Oh, that's yep. Had the baby settling in. That's a good one.
I mean, that timing's right. You want to pull him up to main roster? You could do it. Then they'd have a teardown match too.
They could.
That's actually a good one.
I just gotta say, it gotta be someone hard because the only like main marquee matchup on Saturday night is Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. So we need something on Saturday other than just that.
Bianca and Becky are on Saturday,
right?
Fuck.
And Stone Cold's on Saturday. Saturday's more packed than Sunday.
That's not a match. Stone Cold's not a match.
Stone Cold's the main event.
I know. That's not a match.
That's marquee.
It is marquee. That shit should be leading the show, though.
What?
Oh, this is the old man in me. There should be a title match in the main event at WrestleMania. That's just me, old man.
Me and Jacob said that on our last wrestling thing, but this is Stone Cold.
Yeah. This isn't Goldberg. This isn't Brock. This isn't Cody Rhodes. This is fucking Stone Cold. I mean, it's either him or Rock, who's always going to
be last.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But going back to Seth, we'll go under the impression that one, it is Cody, which I think that's going to be one of the craziest wrestling stories of all time. If it really is him, there's no way Cody comes back and loses. Correct? Oh, Byron has some.
It all depends on how Vince feels about AEW. Is the only reason why I have hesitation. I think if it is Cody and Cody goes over, I think Vince is okay with AEW. But if Cody comes back and loses to Seth, then that settles it that he doesn't fuck with AEW.
Justin?
I mean, does Seth Rollins really have any business beating Cody Rhodes if he's returning back to the company that he left after building another company? It wouldn't make any sense for him to lose, so I don't think he will lose if that ends up being the match. It just wouldn't make sense. I know Vince logic, but some shit gotta make sense sometime.
Jacob?
Well, is there like Vegas odds on like who is the possible opponent?
Let's see. Oh, damn, do they not even have his name?
There wouldn't be odds up if you don't know who it is. They're not going. Sports not going to let you bet on something that they don't even know what's going to happen.
Well, they have Seth plus 300, mystery opponent minus 500
on Bet Online.
Mm-hmm. Look at that right now.
I mean, I feel like Seth's going to put over whoever it is. I really think so.
Oh, here it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the money's on the mystery opponent.
I think too, they have to, and Seth has experienced this before. Seth has to lose, and this match has to be the first match of the card. Because if Seth wins against like Cody Rhodes, the fans are going to reject every other match in the pay-per-view. You got to start this off on a high note. Like, get it over with.
No, I don't think so.
I think one of those women matches are going to start, honestly.
I don't think no. It's going to be Becky then.
Yeah, one of those women's title matches.
They ain't going to.
It's going to be Charlotte and Ronda.
They're not going to. No, Charlotte, hell no. At 7 p.m.? Oh, no.
8, right? It starts at 8, right?
8,
no,
yeah.
it starts
Brock started WrestleMania how many years ago?
35, but that's only because they had the main event for the women.
True.
Right. And because I remember Paul Heyman coming out saying, like, if we ain't going to be last, we're going to be first. And honestly, I just want to get that Ronda match over with because the fans lose either way.
Oh, well, I was going to say Brock went first too, so he could go home.
Yeah.
I don't think Ronda and them are going home after.
Yeah, send them home.
I don't think he necessarily went home. Was he on Raw the next night? Because Raw's in Dallas the next day. It's in the where WrestleMania is, so he probably didn't go home if he was on Raw the next day.
Brock wasn't, because he disappeared. I remember that, because then that was a year Seth beat him. Brock came back in Money in the Bank, won Money in the Bank, cashed in on Seth, took the title back, and then Seth beat him again. I could tell you this whole year that Seth beat him at SummerSlam, and this is why Seth needs to lose first, because that year is when the fans turned on him, because he curb stomped the Fiend 6 billion times.
I remember that.
And the fans turned on him.
Yeah.
Everyone curb stomped the Fiend like 12 million times.
Not at that time. That was when he was undefeated. No, he was undefeated.
That was the beginning of the end of the Fiend.
Yes, correct. Correct.
That match, that Hell in the Cell match, that big red cage.
Yup.
Yeah, because that was their blood money, right?
Yes. Hey,
no, it wasn't blood money. It was
just a regular Hell in a Cell.
Was it just? Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he lost.
Yeah, didn't Seth get DQ'd?
Yeah,
on some BS.
He had a sledgehammer and he attacked. Yeah, oh yeah.
And then everyone hated him forever. Then Bray took the title, and then he did lose at Saudi Arabia to Goldberg.
That's right. That's right. How could I forget? Because I repressed those memories.
But I do think Seth will do the job for anyone who it's going to be.
But
any other guesses who it could possibly be?
If it's not Cody, I have no idea who's bigger that they would get. Honestly,
me either. We'll find out. I think they need to knock it out early. All right, let's go. Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, singles match, Raw Women's Championship. They got both women's championships today. Byron, you're the resident Becky fan. How are you feeling right now? Who's coming out on top?
This is probably the match I'm most excited about on night one, because I like both Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
With me being a huge Becky stan, I understand when, she needs to lose. And this is one match that she needs to lose. You have to put Bianca Belair over so we can continue to build the next generation of women superstars after the four horsewomen leave, because they're going to eventually leave one day. So one is retribution for Bianca Belair losing 26 seconds at SummerSlam to Becky Lynch. And two, it continues that push to build the next generation of women superstars. So Bianca Belair has to win this match.
Justin?
I want Byron, just because that SummerSlam match was awful. She lost in less than 10 seconds. Just 26 seconds. Just absolutely ridiculous. Like, she deserves death. She deserved better than that then. She deserves better than that now. She won it last year in Tampa. I think she's going to do it again in Dallas.
Jacob?
Yeah. I can't say it any better than what Byron did. I mean, just copy paste whatever Byron said, just put it over my stuff, because that's perfect.
Yeah, currently right now, Bianca's minus 600, Becky is plus 350. The only reason I would have any doubt is because we've said this on this podcast before with Becky, where there's times where she needed to lose to the upcoming talent to put people over, and she did it.
Yeah. What is it, day one? New Year's pay-per-view that she should have lost to Liz, but didn't, which I understand they were building up for Bianca versus Becky, but she could have afforded to lose that match. But
or WrestleMania, a couple of WrestleManias ago, where she should have lost to Shayna Baszler, but she rolled up and pinned her, but then just ended up dropping the title anyway to Asuka because she was pregnant.
Yes.
Instead of just letting Shayna win, and Shayna really hasn't been the same since. I'm with y'all. Bianca needs to win, and this could be Bianca's legacy, that they keep having her in main event matches, taking titles from the four horsewomen or defending them, because this would be the second one. But she said she wanted to take them all out, and that's what she's doing. Justin, you're the resident Charlotte Flair fan. Charlotte versus the Royal Rumble winner, Ronda Rousey. How do you see this one going?
I don't think Charlotte's going to leave as champ. I said this in the group message a few weeks ago. Shit, when Ronda came back, I think Ronda Rousey is taking this. There has to be a de facto babyface in the situation that's clearly Ronda Rousey. So I think that is who leaves with the SmackDown Women's title on Saturday night.
So do you think Ronda's going to be staying around then? Or is she going to be part-time champ?
Probably a part-time champ.
Okay. Byron.
I hate this match. One, because it's hard to pick. And
this dude just a fucking hater. That's what
I'm with Jacob on this one. The fans lose. Like, if Charlotte wins, the fans lose. If Ronda wins, the fans lose. Like, there's no... I don't even know who to choose. Like, every time I choose against Charlotte, she wins. But if I choose against Ronda, she'll magically win. You know, fuck it. I'm going Charlotte. Who cares? She's going to win. She's a 4-horsewoman. The one who's probably going to beat Ric Flair's record. The one woman who's going to beat Ric Flair's record. So it's Charlotte. It's Charlotte.
Currently, before Jacob goes, the odds are -700 Ronda, +400 Charlotte. And you did bring up Ric Flair's record. We were on record last year that she is going to break it this year or the beginning of 2023.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess one way to do that would have her lose and win it back at SummerSlam.
Because we are on track. She's at 13. She averages 3 titles every full-time year. Go ahead, Jacob.
Christ.
It's the truth. If you look at her full-time year, she averages 3 title reigns.
Damn.
Yeah, so before Justin can throw this in there, I am a hater. I hate this entire match. I hate everyone in this match. I don't even like the fucking ref in the match. I don't like any of them. That being said, I'm going to go Ronda. I think Ronda's going to win it just because I think Ronda versus Charlotte at the following show, Charlotte wins it back. I think Ronda's going to have another WrestleMania moment and Charlotte's going to drop the title just to pick it right back up and she's another step closer to the Ric Flair title. That's it. I hate this match. I hate everything about it. It's dumb.
I will say the one other match they've had one-on-one in Survivor Series, you did see the fans, myself, and he hates to admit it, Byron included, were cheering for Charlotte Flair to beat Ronda Rousey.
I've said it on this podcast before. That is one of my favorite Charlotte matches because she absolutely beat the hell out of Ronda Rousey.
I do think that was my favorite Charlotte match of all time. That match was really good. But I feel like with Justin, like it makes sense. You can't bring Ronda back to lose unless she's coming to do the job. Unless they're doing this to add to Charlotte's legacy, because this is the same Charlotte who, for no reason, took the title off of Asuka and ended her undefeated streak at WrestleMania. No reason. When everyone went Asuka, they're like, oh yeah, we're just going to have Charlotte do it to add to her legacy. Is it going to be one of those things like I ended Asuka's undefeated streak, I beat Ronda Rousey, I beat my other 4 horsewomen wrestling? Like, but it's hard to pick against this woman. It really is. Mm-hmm. But Justin,
I get it, but like, why would Ronda come back just to do the job to Charlotte? Like,
money,
yeah.
Right.
But we all know some of these other female wrestlers in WWE. I think they're a little jealous of the queen. So
a little.
A lot.
I think they're a little jealous. So I don't think Ronda's just going to come and take a paycheck and take a job after just having the baby and being around and taking the disrespect from the fans on the internet. It's so crazy watching the shit that she was saying to them on Twitter and how they're cheering for her now. I just think she's going to win.
They're only cheering for her because she's going against Charlotte. No offense to Charlotte or your love for Charlotte, but that's literally the only reason they're cheering for Ronda is because she's going against Charlotte.
It's getting a reaction. Shit, they're not silent.
It is getting a reaction. I mean, I can't argue that.
I mean, I can't argue that either. I mean, it's smart to have her come back and go against someone that no one wants her to have the title anymore. Again, no offense to Charlotte. She's a great wrestler.
This is WrestleMania. Baby faces rule.
I know this.
Unless you're Charlotte.
Yeah, unless you're Charlotte or Roman Reigns, most of the time the babyface goes over at Mania.
Most of the time, yes.
This is the same Charlotte. I forgot too. We're talking about her history. She's the same Charlotte who beat Rhea Ripley for the title for no reason.
NXT title.
Mhm.
Yep.
No reason.
And Rhea was a babyface.
Allegedly, hold on. Even I gotta partially have Charlotte's back on that one. I didn't like how that went over, but was Rhea Ripley having visa issues? She was leaving anyways. So someone was taking that title off of her. Yeah, it could have been literally anyone else, but at the same time, you already got the Mania match set up.
Well,
The most intriguing WrestleMania match, if I remember correctly.
Nikki ASA didn't have visa issues at SummerSlam, and we saw what happened to her.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't forget about her.
Anyway, that'd be match-wise. That's going to be a tough one. We'll see where that goes in the card. We also do have the Kevin Owens show with his special guest, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Who gets stunned first? What will happen first? Stone Cold stuns Kevin or KO stuns Steve Austin? That's the bet on Vegas.
KO tries first. I know that's not what he's going to try first.
Yeah, I don't think Stone Cold's getting stunnered by KO.
I think he no sells it. I think KO goes for the stunner, and Stone Cold just no sells it and be like, "All right, kid, I'm about to whip your ass. Crack some beers, let's go."
It's Justin. What do you think?
Oh, I think Stone Cold's going to stun him, and then it's just going to be a big party until the show goes black. That's why I think personally is going to happen.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
All right, let's go into Sunday. We got Queen Selena and Carmella versus Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Basically, the whole others women roster.
We don't got shit for them to do. Let's make tag teams and put them in a match.
And it is for the women's championship. Vega and Carmella are the current champs. Justin, who do you got in this? I don't like picking out of 4 teams. This gets tricky.
Yeah. Vegas tells me to take Naomi and Sasha Banks. I think it's going to be Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. The fans want Liv Morgan to be a champ so bad. I think Vince is going to give it to him. Maybe.
I agree with you because I initially wanted to go Sasha and Naomi, but Sasha Banks actually does the job for everyone at WrestleMania. She's 0-5, 0-6 at WrestleMania.
I mean, she ain't going to take the pin.
Oh, no, but Byron, who do you got? I'd be hot if she took the pin.
So originally, when it was announced that it was going to be Selena and Carmella versus Sasha and Naomi, I definitely was going for Sasha and Naomi. But then they added Rhea Ripley and Liv, and then they added Natalya and Shayna. Out of the 4 teams, Rhea and Liv Morgan need to win the most. 1, because the fans, like Justin said, the fans are super behind Liv Morgan. And 2, Rhea Ripley hasn't really done anything significant in a while. No offense to her, just the way the cards have been dealt. So I am going Rhea and Ripley and Liv Morgan, but I would not be mad if it was Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Jacob?
Oh yeah, we have to go Rhea and Liv Morgan. You have to. I mean that team's got the. I don't know. I just feel like they have the momentum coming in. Like everyone likes this team. Everybody wants to see Liv win. Everybody wants to see Rhea win. You know, everyone likes them, but at the same time, you do have the dark horse of Natalya.
Oh, I think that'd be the worst possible
she absolutely
outcome.
Screwed my predictions last year. So.
You think so?
I can't. They can't win because that's just really. They were really at it. Oh yeah, we're just gonna add those 2.
Yeah.
Listen, you had Tamina and freaking Natalya win last year.
Yo, trust me, we remember.
Anything is possible.
Because Liv and freaking whatchamacallit we're supposed
Ruby
to
Riott.
Ruby Riott. And they said, nah, we're gonna go Natalya and Tamina.
I wouldn't be mad if they did win because Shayna Baszler's her partner. And I would like for her to get some momentum and be back in a singles title picture. So winning this certainly wouldn't hurt that.
I would like if they won and they became for storylines and all that stuff, if they became the female versions of the one. Because if Ronda beats Charlotte, Shayna's SmackDown champ, you basically have the female, and they're already part of their own 4 horsewomen version. Natalya is just a stand-in until Ronda's other friends decide to come back. But
yeah, I think Natalya sucks. Personally.
Damn.
She's only worth $1.
She's been around,
Jesus.
she been around so long and don't win no big matches. She is just
Zero.
a solid hand, a $1 player.
Oh, don't tell her that.
No, she knows it. That's why she got so fucking butthurt.
Like, because Natalya's been around since, if I believe, 2008. No, debut 2000, and she has 2 main title championships individually.
Which is crazy because, like, honestly, she has the wrestling talent to fucking be over as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just wrestling wise, 100%, especially back in the Divas era.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. 1 Divas championship, 1 SmackDown Women's Championship, 1 Tag Team Women's Championship with Tamina. Those are all the things. There was literally a year where Charlotte did that all by herself.
I don't even remember when Natalya won the SmackDown Women's title either.
That was at last WrestleMania with Tamina. Yeah, Charlotte has.
No, not the tag title, the SmackDown Women's title. I remember when she won that shit.
That was right after the draft, wasn't it?
It was
like
it was in
2019.
Yeah, 2019. It was after the draft. That's how bad
She
it was.
couldn't have been champ for more than 2 months. There's no way.
Oh, I got you. While we go into the next match, I will get the Natalya info.
She
next,
either took it from Naomi or lost it to Naomi.
No, I got you. I got you. Let's go into the next match. This is so freaking woozy. Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. Anything goes match. Jacob, who do you have in this?
Oh, God. Honestly, surprisingly, the build-up for this match, forget the shit they've done, like, on screen. The shit they've done, like, on Twitter and everything else has built this match. Like, Sammy's whole thing of, like, Johnny, like, putting out his entire phone number and then, like, him acknowledging it. And, you know, like, I'm sure he just got a second phone for it. But, like, still, super entertaining to see on his Instagram and stuff, like, him answering, like, phone calls being like, just leave me alone, damn it. Like, that's super entertaining. I want Sami Zayn to go over. I do like Sami Zayn. But, you know, they I don't know. I feel like the build-up has been better than what I would expect.
Okay. Before we go to Byron, you are correct. Naomi won the title at WrestleMania 33, and then Natalya won it at SummerSlam. She did hold it for a good amount, 86 days, and then Charlotte beat her for the title on SmackDown.
There it is.
There we go. Almost 3 months. That's not too bad, I guess.
To lose it on SmackDown, though? And I'm trying to
a random SmackDown too.
It was in November.
Definitely was.
It was November 17th.
Over the Wichita, Kansas.
Charlotte, North Carolina. So I guess our home.
Of course, yeah.
But still, that's terrible.
It's funnier if it would have been Lincoln, Nebraska.
Well,
just somewhere woozy.
Well, she has not sniffed the title since, because if you look at that SmackDown title, once you get past the Carmella cash-in, the only people who have held that title are the 4 horsewomen, Asuka, and
Bianca.
And Bianca's recent. So you take out the Bianca, that's who's all been holding the title since Carmella's cash-in. They say, yeah, we can't experiment with any other girls. That's just a wrap. Justin, who do you have? Knoxville or Zayn?
Man, I'm low-key excited for this match because Johnny Knoxville is fucking crazy. That Jackass, those niggas on Jackass be fucking wild. And like, I can only imagine what's going to go down this match. I think Johnny Knoxville's going to win because Vegas is telling me he's going to win, but I think it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a show. You guys praise Bad Bunny for what he did last year. Like, you could like tell that he's into it. I don't know if Johnny Knoxville's into wrestling, but he's definitely into fucking his body up. So he's in the perfect environment.
Anything goes match. Byron, who do you got?
I want Sami to win because of the whole storyline and how Johnny Knoxville cost him the Intercontinental title. But I think Johnny Knoxville is going to win. One, he's a celebrity. And two, I feel like the other jackasses are going to interfere. So since it's anything goes, I'm going Johnny Knoxville.
Evo.
Yep.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's stay with a celebrity, but this celebrity we know gives a shit about wrestling. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Byron, who do you have?
Another toss-up match for me. I am going to go Austin Theory because he's Vince McMahon's prodigy.
Okay. Jacob?
Oh, I'm going Pat McAfee. Can't bet against Pat. I mean, he's lost, I think, every match he's ever had. So you know what? He is freaking due for a win. And I feel like it's against Austin Theory. Well, I mean, it's Pat McAfee. It doesn't matter who wins, loses. It doesn't matter. That match is going to be entertaining. I have no doubt about that.
Dustin?
I'm going with Austin Theory here. Pat McAfee, he gets this business. And I think he knows that he has no business beating Austin Theory. And he's Vince McMahon's project. So I think Pat's gonna win this one. I mean, Austin.
Okay. Next up, which I think is going to be a very sneaky good match. RK Bro, Randy and Riddle versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. Triple threat for the Raw Tag Team Championship. I think this match is going to surprise some people on how good it's going to be. Justin, who do you got in this one?
Man, it is going to be a good match. Like, all 6 of those guys can go. Like, all of them. I think the Street Profits are due. They're just super entertaining. I just love them. I think they're going to win it, but anyone could win that match, honestly. Like, I wouldn't be mad if Alpha Academy wins or RK Bro retains. Like, it really don't matter. Like, it's just going to be a good match. I just got to pick someone here. I'm picking the Street Profits.
Okay. Jacob?
I'm on the same boat as Justin, man. I mean, it doesn't matter who wins. It's all going to be good either way. I'm going RK Bro because I'm still backing them. They're still entertaining the shit out of me after all this time. And for a tag team that almost essentially kind of got thrown together, you know, you wouldn't expect those two to get together. I mean, damn, they're great. But at the same time, Otis is the freaking man still. And Street Profits are, well, the Street Profits, they're
over.
They're
They
damn
are
good.
They are over. I agree. Byron?
This one's tough, but like Justin, I'm going to go with the Street Profits because they are due. I don't think they've won tag team championships like last year or so. They're super over with the fans. Like pretty much all the teams in this match are over with the fans, but I am going to go Street Profits because they're due and they want the smoke.
I do have a question. When Montez Ford goes up for his super high jump, is his ass getting caught in an RKO?
Oh, if he gets caught in RKO, RK Bro is winning.
Like the super high jump. If Randy catches him.
I know that spot is coming. That spot is definitely going to be in the match. Like Montez Ford is getting RKO'd from high up in the air. I'll tell you that right now. Hopefully it's early in the match so the Street Profits can win.
See, I can see that.
That spot's happening.
I could definitely see that happening, but I could see like Alpha Academy like swooping in there real quick and just like taking everyone out and getting the pin, and then winning the titles. I can see some shit like that happening too. Who does Vegas have winning this match?
That's a good
I think
question.
RK Bro. Very slight odds though. Yeah, it's RK Bro minus 150. So they think RK Bro is going to win. Alpha Academy is still a big underdog.
Ooh. You want to talk about toss-ups? Next match, Edge versus AJ Styles. Jacob, who do you got?
Oh God, this is a hard one right here. I mean, shit. I don't know. I'm going to go AJ. I'm going AJ on this one, but honestly, it's a toss-up either way. Who's Vegas got?
AJ.
AJ?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Vegas. I'm going AJ.
Byron?
This match is going to be, hopefully this match is going to be, pun intended, phenomenal.
Hopefully they get time.
Hopefully they get time. That's true.
It's not really shit on this Sunday card, so they definitely gonna have some time.
That's also true.
I see Omos and Bobby Lashley. I see Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn. There's no way those matches are going to be longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah. So if they give this time, the match can be very, very well done. I think AJ Styles needs to win more because he hasn't done anything since he lost the tag team championship with Almost. So I'm going to go AJ Styles on this one because he needs to win more.
Justin?
Heel Edge is back. That is one of my favorite people in wrestling. I don't know why WWE then put him in that evil documentary on Peacock, because he definitely deserves a spot, because mid 2000s heel Edge was amazing. He fucking really was. I don't think he's going to win this match though. I think AJ's going to win it. Edge is going to do the job for him, but it's going to be good shit, as Jacob would say, regardless. But AJ's winning it.
We're talking about spots. We know that Phenomenal Forum's going to get caught in a spear.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
He's going to get caught, but I want AJ to win. I really do. Bobby Lashley versus Omos. Bobby just came back.
The Almighty! Respect my nigga's name, man!
Tell Wikipedia they didn't put the Almighty in front of his, even though they have,
disrespectful.
Even though on Wikipedia they have Seth freaking Rollins, but don't have the Almighty Bobby Lashley. But that's something for another day.
I'm going to add that shit myself on there.
He's going up against Omos, who has not lost in singles competition. We know Bobby just came back from injury. And Justin, who do you got in this?
This is a tough one, man.
It is.
Oh, because Bobby Lashley really my guy. Oh, when he won the WWE title, I was so happy for my nigga. Oh my God. I think Omos is winning though. They're trying to do something with Omos, and you can't kill his momentum at WrestleMania, having them lose to Bobby Lashley. If he loses this match, it's going to kill everything they've been trying to do. So that's why he's going over.
But
he sucks in the ring. He has no business going over, but Omos is going over.
But does Bobby need to win to reestablish himself as a main event player to go after the whatever they're going to call the championship at the end of this?
You know what? I don't think so, because the way they're building Omos, he's probably going to get that title shot before him.
Ooh.
So when Omos loses, when he does get his title shot, we're going to forget about it by the time Bobby Lashley is back up, so it won't matter.
Okay.
Bobby Lashley going to do the job for him.
Byron?
I think Omos is going over. They've been building him since him and AJ broke up. Like Justin said, you don't want to kill all that momentum at WrestleMania by him losing to Bobby. And Bobby really doesn't need to win. He was literally just champion this year. So I think Omos goes over.
For like 3 weeks, but whatever.
He was hurt.
Yeah.
Holding the top. No, where you come back from? What was wrong with him?
Shoulder, I think.
Shoulder didn't look too fucked up on Monday when he was banging in the old big asshole Moss. They were just running into each other. Just.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Jacob.
I guess Omos. I really don't give two shits about this match, to be honest with you. It's just whatever to me.
All right. Well, we've come to the last match of the card as of the 29th.
Oh my God.
We have
that's terrible.
We have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is going to be a manager for the 10th straight WrestleMania, which will break the record. Winner take all match to unify the WWE and Universal title. Justin, I'll start with you. What are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? We've been building this up for what, 6 WrestleManias? What is this? Roman's 6th main event?
31, 32, 33, 34. Didn't do 35 because that was the girls. And then 36, 7, 8. Yep.
Was it 6?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be the combination of Roman Reigns, Vince McMahon's vision, him driving this man down our throats for years since the Shield broke up. I think we're about to see Roman Reigns holding up both of those belts at the end of the show in Dallas, Texas, in Jerry World, telling AT&T Stadium to acknowledge him.
Byron.
The island of relevancy, WrestleMania, his show. His show.
That's what he said. He said it's his show. He said it's his show. Byron, what do you think, man?
I'm with Justin. Roman's winning. I don't see Brock winning. It would be nice if Brock won because I'm tired of the Roman experiment. But Roman is winning this, and he's going to be champion for like another 700 days. And
experiment. It's an experience at this point, dog.
Well, that's true. This Roman experience. At the end of the day, we're all going to acknowledge him as our tribal chief, and the trumpets will sound, and life will go on, and Brock will go back to being on his ranch and wherever his ranch is. I think Minnesota. So yeah, Roman Reigns is winning this, even though I love Happy Brock. Happy Brock is awesome. Happy Brock should stay and have both belts, but it's a Roman show.
Jacob? Because I'm coming with questions after Jacob answers his.
I mean, I
need some.
I'm coming with questions.
Hey, we got, Mr. WrestleMania Roman Reigns at this point. I think we just take that off.
Whoa. Let's not disrespect the great Shawn Michaels.
Right.
Stop it.
Right. As much as I absolutely thoroughly hate Roman Reigns with every fiber of my human body, and as much as I love Cowboy Brock Lesnar coming out in bib overalls every other show, you can't bet against Roman because we got another 365 days until WrestleMania in Hollywood, and then we're going to have The Rock versus Roman for winner take all part 2, and then we will be done with the experience of Mr. WrestleMania Roman Reigns.
All right.
Actually, it'll continue going on, but yeah, so I'm going Roman. I hate it. I don't like it. I want Brock to go over, but damn.
All right, so I got a couple questions for y'all. So first, the Vegas odds. Roman is minus 350. Brock is plus 225. Justin, you're better. So how does that mean? How close are they then?
Brock's a 2-1 underdog.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Yeah, Brock's a 2-1 underdog. So it's definitely not 50-50 or the odds will be even, but the values are on Brock for your money.
So if you do remember, this is their third WrestleMania. Obviously, the first one, which today is the anniversary of the heist of the century. Shout out to Seth Rollins. Justin was the first person to believe in him, giving him credit where credit is due. And then WrestleMania 34, where everyone picked Roman, and Brock Lesnar beat the absolute dog shit out of Roman Reigns. 6 F5s, called it a day. If Roman wins, he's obviously going to take that title to SummerSlam. If he gets to SummerSlam, Justin, that is 2 full years as champion. I know Jacob's big thing is The Rock next year, but let's just be honest, man. We don't know what The Rock's schedule's like.
We don't. We don't know if that man's coming back or not.
That is true.
Yes, we do. He's coming back.
Jacob, you said he's been coming back at each pay-per-view. You said it was going to be this year, and it didn't happen.
Well, you know what? My scheduling was a little off. I wasn't able to get a hold of him like I normally can. Shit happens.
You picked The Rock to win. You picked The Rock to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize our schedules weren't lined up. But next year, hear me out. Damn it, I'm going to come on here and tell y'all I was right.
Well,
again.
If you keep going, if you keep saying The Rock for 5 straight years and you get it once, I don't know if you're going to be like, oh, I got it right. You tried 5 times.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut, man. We're good.
Anyway, Justin, let's just go in the people who are here now. If Roman gets to SummerSlam, 2 straight years as champ, eventually, shit's got to end, man. It really does. Who is beating this dude? Because after you beat Brock, where do you go?
Man, that is a very tough question. I'm not sure. WWE definitely needs to fucking figure out who it's going to be. Because once it gets to SummerSlam, it's a ticking bomb. Like we're in uncharted waters. Like 2 straight years as a champion. Like we gotta figure something out. My personal opinion is that he's probably not even going to get pinned to lose it when that time comes. It's going to be a triple threat match or a fatal 4-way where he does not take the pin. That's what I truly think is going to happen. But after WrestleMania is what I'm very curious about to see what WWE does, because now we need to start building towards like who's next up, because we can't go past next year's WrestleMania and Roman Reigns is still champion. We don't know who the hell can even challenge this man. So yeah, it's definitely coming to that point where we need to figure out like some contenders here.
Justin, I know when you were researching for this pod, you saw the last time Roman Reigns was pinned.
December 2019.
So
2 full years.
That means if it gets to this December,
he's going on 3 years right now
of not getting pinned.
No pin, no tap outs, no nothing.
Is there anyone on the roster you would want it to be?
Who I want it to be? Bobby Lashley. Won't happen probably. I mean, Drew maybe.
I think that's my pick. Drew would be the one for me.
Yeah, Drew's like the only one that I can really think of that you can do it. Going down to NXT, pretty much all the NXT guys are gone. That I would have thought. It's definitely ain't gonna be fucking Braun Breaker, but I can definitely see them trying to build him up to that point. It's just like if I had to pick someone right now on the roster, currently wrestling on a WWE roster, it'll be Drew McIntyre. And that's literally the only one that I can see. Bobby Lashley, if he gets built up properly, but they're not going to do that for him. So yeah, Drew McIntyre.
Byron, you talked about you're tired, and there are a lot of fans who are tired. Like Justin said, we are on 2 years in the modern era of being the champion. Like there's only 4 other people in history who've held a belt longer than him, all in previous eras.
All time.
Like this is wild. Like Justin, Byron, where do you want to see this man lose his title at? I know WrestleMania, we're all going to go Roman but he's not going to lose it at like they don't do the old days of like Jeff Hardy winning his title for the first time at like an Armageddon. They don't do that anymore.
It's always the big 4.
It's always the big 4. You might get lucky at a Money in the Bank. You might. But Byron, where's this guy going to lose, man?
Never.
I think never. I think if he did Vegas betting odds, never is a better betting favorite than anyone else.
I know. Outside of WrestleMania, like these guys said, he'll probably lose it at a big four pay-per-view. I think, God willing, he loses it at SummerSlam. To who? I don't know, because they don't know how to build up superstars anymore. Because every time they build up a superstar, they end up getting fired.
I think the only guys left, which this is why this men's roster is boo. I think it's Drew, Bobby, or Seth.
Yeah. If Drew doesn't win and Bobby doesn't win, I guess Seth. Because they built up Finn to have him lose on some bullshit. They were
there.
We were there. They were trying to build up Cesaro, but they couldn't strike a deal, and he quietly walked out. Big E was going to be my choice, but we saw what they did with him with the last title. So it's literally Drew, Bobby, and Seth.
Well, this one's to Jacob and then to everyone else, because Jacob's the one person here who doesn't think he's coming here. Is it SummerSlam? Is it Cody?
No. Like, you really think Vince McMahon's going to let the guy who went out, made a different show to squash one of his shows, turn around, beat his guy at the second biggest show of the year? Nah, that ain't happening. Snowball's chance in hell that's going to happen.
Well, we know what Vince likes. It starts with an M, and Byron knows it's called money.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, with Cody Rhodes going back and going into our conversation with
if he comes back,
if he comes back, he's coming back.
It's a big F.
Who's going to beat Roman Reigns? I was on AEW's website looking at their roster, trying to figure out someone's name, and like they got everyone's record on there. And like if you look closely, like they haven't been using a lot of those guys. So could we see some guys maybe hopping back on the WWE ship maybe from AEW, and maybe some of those guys might be contenders, because Miro for example,
He ain't
Rusev
beat
back
Roman.
in.
So
I know he's not, but he hasn't wrestled all year for AEW. Like his record was 0-0, no matches. So you gotta think some of those guys are going to be let go the bigger AEW gets, and they might be looking for another job. It might be WWE again. So,
Justin, I agree, because if Cody does come, that changes everything.
Yeah, it does.
Because no one on this planet thought Cody would let the contract expire and be like, yeah, bro, you can go. Like he could leave on his own thing. No one knew that he had creative issues in the back. Cody Rhodes never won the big title there.
Nope.
So I'm just saying, like, to Byron's point, you spit it in the face of AEW, like Cody left WWE, helped start you. Y'all didn't, whatever, let him come back here. And then he wins the title by beating our biggest star while you couldn't even beat someone on AEW for the title. And there's another person, I can't even say that because Cody was just as big executive-wise as this dude. Kenny Omega's contract's coming down. Just saying.
I don't see.
The only way that happens is if you open up the forbidden door and WWE works with AEW.
Yeah, I don't see Kenny leaving AEW for WWE.
Vince offers him $5 a year. He's leaving. Period.
Well, yeah, $5 million a year. These motherfucking wrestlers be stupid not to take that shit. I don't care how bad Vince McMahon's ruining your character.
How much you think Cody's getting?
Not $5 a year.
Oh, he's got to be a 2 or 3. 2 or 3.
2 mil.
Who's the top earner right now?
I don't think Forbes has had. Well, Brock was making 10.
I don't think he's getting 10.
No, I'll say 2.5.
Definitely two a year. A's won't be doing the full schedule. It's definitely over $2 million.
I'm just saying, if Cody Rhodes beats Roman, it won't be the same as 2011, but you would have a kind of like the Money in the Bank situation with Punk and Cena. That crowd would freaking erupt if Cody beats him. Because
they would.
If they did it, where Cody from? Texas?
No, Georgia.
So they did that match in Atlanta or something. Yeah, they'll be hot for him.
Yeah. I'm just saying, we're still in the things, but you got to bring him back. You have to instantly put him in the main event. Instantly.
Yeah. That'll be one of your biggest male stars on the roster, period. Cody Rhodes comes back.
And Cody Rhodes ain't coming back with no creative control, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it. Well, Jacob, since
not Hulk Hogan but definitely some creative control.
That will be a podcast later in the future, guys. We are actually, that is something, because you've never heard us actually talk about Hulk Hogan's WCW contract, the greatest contract in wrestling history.
They talk about kind of Peacock's WWE Evil with Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That man sucks. Oh man. So icon, but he sucks.
So Jacob, you're on the Rock thing, which would be WrestleMania Hollywood. Roman's at 5 something. That would almost be like 800 days as champion. If we get to,
would it be double CM Punk's reign?
It could be close.
It's getting close.
It's getting close because
I can see him like getting it to where it's like double his 434. And then being like, all right, well, we'll move on to someone else.
Well, 2 years will be this SummerSlam.
Huh?
Yeah.
It'd be 2 years this SummerSlam. So that's 306.
That's like 700 days.
And then you go from August to next April. Oh, dude, that's double. I think, just do the math real quick.
I'm still sticking with the Rock thing. It's the only storyline that I think makes sense.
2 years is 730 days.
Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but are we going to act like we didn't expect this to happen now?
2 years?
I'm like,
no.
Honestly, even with the Shield, he was still being pushed down our throats.
Yeah.
So this isn't a shock. I don't like it, but it's not a shock.
Oh, I'm not.
Honestly, it should have been Cesaro. Should have been the guy that put him over, because I was pushing that.
Hard. Yes, you were.
I was pushing that real hard, but that didn't happen. And like current roster guys, I don't know. I don't know who you have come over and possibly beat. And even if you open up the forbidden door, Vince isn't going to let anyone beat Roman. No one's beating Roman. No one's beating Charlotte.
No.
So Jacob too, just like Justin said, like 2 years would be that 700 something days. You get to WrestleMania Hollywood, that's going to be like 800. We already said he wouldn't lose at a big pay-per-view. So then you're looking at possible, because he's going to beat The Rock. Like The Rock's going to do the job for him.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Rock goes over.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, fuck yes.
Why?
It's either The Rock goes over or it's the next pay-per-view. Roman loses.
Why would Rock need that? Why would The Rock need that rub?
Yeah.
Because it's The Rock.
But he's not going to be staying like he did in 2013. He actually stayed.
Yeah. He's got movies to do.
He'll stay till SummerSlam.
Man,
It'll be part-time. What do you
I don't see it happen. The Rock is literally like one of the leading actors in Hollywood.
Highest paid actor in Hollywood. Highest paid right now.
Yeah, that nigga getting booked.
Get that Vince money.
That nigga making movie money. He'll need Mr. McMahon's money.
Mr. McMahon. I haven't heard him get called by his last. I just want to say this though, like if Rock doesn't do it, like Jacob says he does, if Rock doesn't do it, you're looking at Roman close to 1,000 days at that point.
Yeah. 870.
You can still see them push Finn. I know he got screwed over on the last one with the stupid rope thing, but he didn't lose clean. He lost because of that bullshit. So they could still finagle that one in there and be a dumb storyline, but they could do it and it would still go over and it would still be crowd would cheer.
WWE forgets their own storylines. They rely on people like us.
I'm trying to think WWE semi-competent here in this fantasy booking of mine. All right.
They haven't been competent since Triple H left.
Well,
He ain't coming back.
Well.
I'm just going to be honest there. They haven't been competent since he's had his heart scare. I'm just really trying to think, like, because he's going to beat Brock. Everyone's going to be pissed, but we all get it.
I don't get it.
Like, what? Because he's going to come, he's like, because this is what I think, Jacob, for your thing to work, and if WWE's been following your pattern, because Justin has said it, night 2 was truly ass. Besides like two matches to me, the AJ and Edge, and then the men's tag team with Randy and them. The rest of the card is low key ass.
Yes, it is. I might go with
Pat McAfee. I'm excited for.
I don't like Austin Theory, so.
Fair enough.
But
ditto. I turn the TV off every time I see that man.
I don't like him. Jacob, for your thing to work, each big pay-per-view, a legend has confronted Roman Reigns. When he beat Edge at the end of Money in the Bank, Cena showed up. When he beat Cena at the end of SummerSlam, Lesnar showed up. If he beats Lesnar, the end of this, Rock shows up, you're right, it's going to happen. If they're following that pattern, because that's the only way you save night 2. Because night 2 is going to be ass.
I mean, you could see some shit like, what was it? The Rock did it with Cena. Like, I'll see you next year.
Yeah, they could do that.
Yeah, I could see some shit like that. I mean, it'd be some hokey ass booking, but yeah, I could definitely see it.
Cena did drop the title though. He was not champ at that WrestleMania. He dropped that shit.
Yep. But Roman won't.
They got destroyed by Brock.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, man. I don't think there's a guy on here right now that we could definitively say is going to be the one to end it.
Nope.
The only good I could possibly see out of this is if Roman keeps both titles and they somehow bring like Big Goldie back. That'd be cool.
I saw someone say a rumor today, if Cody beats Seth, comes on Raw, that's what Vince is going to hand him.
Big Goldie?
Mm-hmm. And they'll have a champion there, since Roman ain't doing 2 shows. He can barely do his own show. He shows up there. He doesn't even wrestle. You're about to have your champ show up to both shows and not wrestle. Justin was talking about old school. The champ used to wrestle every week.
Yeah.
And at the house shows.
Yeah.
We can't even get that anymore.
So you're saying that Roman Reigns will have both of those damn belts, WWE World Universal Champion on SmackDown, and then we get in the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw?
That's what someone said because they're like, Roman ain't going to be showing up to both shows. Hell no.
Then what is the point of this match?
Well, they do this every couple of years. Unify, then split.
I know. I don't understand.
It's going to go back to pre-draft days.
Yeah, they fired all those damn people. I mean, they might as well combine the rosters again. There's no point.
I mean, it's going to be the Raw Super Show. Like, you remember those days, like in 2013?
That was dumb. We don't need to do Super. We just need to get rid of the brand split.
That was trash.
Don't do that.
That was trash. But I'm hoping Rock shows up at the end, and then, I mean, he's going to... This is wild, man. I kind of need to just... Roman Reigns... the tribal chief, the whole acknowledged shit, but he's just been winning. The only time I think he's standing a chance of losing if the Usos lose, because I'm like, maybe they're doing something. But
the Usos could do a storyline where, I mean, this is how I think this whole thing is going to go down with The Rock. It's going to be, you think you're the head of the table, bitch? Do you know who the hell I am? And it could end up being where The Rock gets the Usos on his side. Paul Heyman's still on Roman's side. Whatever. Work it out. Rock wins. And then you can see where Roman could take time off for a while. Because if he's been doing it for 2 years, even part-time, full-time champ, still takes time off.
Guys, I want to put this in perspective. When Roman beat Bray Wyatt for the title, Bray Wyatt held that title for a week.
Trash.
It was a good week, though. It was a hell of a good week.
He held it for 7 days. Roman Reigns has held it so long, they don't even have the number anymore. They just have 576 plus.
That's crazy.
On Wikipedia, where are you looking up on?
On Wikipedia.
Jesus. They don't feel like counting no more.
They don't. It says 567 plus. August 30th, 2020.
That's wild.
It's really about to be 2 years, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What a time.
Anyone else got anything to add?
Yeah, I got a question for you guys.
Sure.
I know this is Vince logic, but it still makes me upset. Why is the United States title or the Intercontinental title not being defended at WrestleMania?
Because he put him in the Andre the Giant Memorial thing for WrestleMania SmackDown.
Because they didn't build up a storyline for him. That's why.
I was so excited to see fucking Finn and Ricochet like win singles titles at the same time. Sure, they're the mid-card titles, but I'm a big fan of the IC title. I'm a big fan of the US title. How the fuck do you not put and night 2 is shit?
Right. They could have had those championships on that second night. They could have replaced some of the celebrity matches. We don't need 3 celebrity matches at WrestleMania.
Y'all think this is bad?
I know.
Next year.
I know next year's going to be worse. I know this.
That's in Hollywood. Those motherfuckers don't even have to fly.
Fact.
Yeah, I mean,
but like Justin already, he knocked it
from his house.
He knocked it on the head. I mean, they have no storylines for him, which is wild.
All right.
Demon Finn would have got night 2 good pop. You had him right when it's dark out. Well, even though it's a show, so it doesn't matter. But
they could have did Finn versus Damian Priest again at WrestleMania, which I thought they were going to do when Damian dropped the title to him.
Right. Would have been a banger.
Right.
And Ricochet
some
versus
time.
The banger.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte Flair's held the current title for 158 days plus. It's kind of small. Like when you think about Roman's like, whatever, but that's still a long ass time.
So it's almost 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's a question for you folks. Does Peacock make it through both Mania nights without massive screw ups?
Jesus.
I think so. They haven't fucked up in a while.
He's thinking about
last WrestleMania.
That was bad. That was
terrible last year. That was awful.
Yeah.
Like, no excuse for that. But
I would hope they learn their lesson from last year.
They've been doing shows for a whole year on that shit, man. Like, they should be good now.
They should.
No, did SummerSlam crash too?
I don't remember. I
remember there was some pay-per-view there we were watching that, it crashed for like 5 minutes. I can't remember which one it was.
I feel like there was another one after that fucked up too.
Yeah, there was one we were watching, and it was just he started messing up. We're like, what the hell is going on?
I think it was SummerSlam.
Well, Peacock's ass, so
yeah, I know that. Like,
it's not.
Was it this year's Rumble that we missed like part of the men's introduction?
We did.
It was the Rumble.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was that one. Yeah, it fucked up. Like, I know it fucked up since then.
It's wow.
So then maybe yes, because I forgot the Rumble happened and it fucked up. So I'm gonna say no, they're not gonna make it through both nights.
Yeah, I'll never forgive WWE for selling off the WWE network. I can't even watch wrestling on Peacock
$1 billion.
Unless it's
just wait till it's on Disney.
It's not.
Tell me, boys.
It's not. No, it's not, Jacob.
Yes, it fucking is.
No,
You're out of your mind if you think it's not.
It's not. It's not. They're partnered with too many people to be. It's partnered with too many people to go to Disney. What's Fox going to be like? Like they're just going to be like, oh yeah, we're just going to let WWE get sold to Disney, and then what are they going to do? Fox pays.
They could show a NASCAR. I don't know.
Fox pays them more. That's why SmackDown's the A show.
I mean, Fox is in trouble. The NFC is trash now. So the only thing they have to draw during football season is the Cowboys. So they need to find something.
That's more than fucking enough, though.
True.
Because Cowboys and wrestling fans, they're all crazy for the people they love.
True.
Any other questions? Go ahead.
Who's the host for the WrestleMania this year? Do they even have a host?
They have people singing the national. I'm over here looking at people.
Not that. Like, remember they had like New Day be the host?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm over here looking at people's title reigns. I left WrestleMania 38's page. Oh, no, they don't have a host. They don't have a host. They're just gonna be no host. We'll see some people come up though. So. Anything else? NXT Stand and Deliver is also like in the afternoon. I don't know how many people are going to be watching that who aren't Battle Craze wrestling fans, but that's before WrestleMania.
Trash. I mean, it's not even sold out. The fact NXT is not sold out is an absolute disgrace. How do you fuck up NXT that bad to where you can't sell out the WrestleMania show?
Triple H almost died. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, dude. They really fucking screwed the pooch on that one.
Let people go they shouldn't have let go. A la Adam Cole.
Hope AEW does a show during that weekend, so we can hear the new the new AEW Women's Champ Thunder Rosa. Almost shed a tear when she won that title. Man, it was amazing.
I did too because I'm fair, and Britt Baker was beating everybody's ass, and it was starting to get annoying too.
Yep.
True, but that was amazing.
I'm just saying, man, like WrestleCon's this weekend, though. I know there's shit. I mean, WrestleMania weekend, like I said on the last podcast, it's not just for WWE. All wrestling promotions do shit when it's WrestleMania weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Ring of Honor, man. That card's going to be fucking sweet.
I mean,
FTR versus the Briscoes.
That should be a good one.
Money.
And then you got, who else is fighting that weekend? Shit, you got Will Ospreay versus John Moxley.
Ooh.
I do want
everybody's playing out their shit this weekend. It's gonna be awesome.
I do want to leave one question for you guys before we close because it just came to my mind with these two people. What happens first? Roman loses this year, or Charlotte breaks Flair's record this year?
Charlotte breaks Flair's record, not even close.
Charlotte breaks Flair's record.
I don't think Roman's losing that title before she breaks that record. I don't think she's going to break it this year.
Okay. I was just asking that because there's women who actually beat her coming back.
Bayley, Asuka,
and the woman they wanted to push to be the top person, Lacey Evans.
Yep.
They're all going to show back up and probably on Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. And she's got the power of Ric Flair's kid now, so anything's possible.
I'm pretty sure they forgot that storyline. But let's go into closings. Go ahead, Justin.
It was fun. WrestleMania is always fun, even though the Sunday night card leaves some to be desired. But it's going to be a fun weekend. Can't wait to review it next week.
Jacob?
I'm just praying I don't have to work. This is the first time in years I might have to fucking work on WrestleMania, which is a terrible, terrible thought. So just pray my emergency request weekend fucking works out for me.
The real question is, are you going to take the time to actually watch WrestleMania if you do have to work? Because if I was in your situation, I probably wouldn't even go and watch it.
I'll definitely throw it on Peacock. Like, I'll definitely have my phone running the whole time.
All right, so you're going to watch it live. So
I'm going to do my best to. I mean, I don't think anyone from work listens to this shit, so.
Byron.
If not, they're going to be on the cameras watching me like, is that Mr. Mason on his phone again? Like, hell yeah, it is.
Byron.
As always, I love doing these big pay-per-views / special WrestleMania episodes. They're always fun. Get on here just talking shit with you guys. I am looking forward to night 1 more than I'm looking forward to night 2. Definitely should have probably put more into night 2, but maybe they'll learn their lesson next year when WrestleMania is like 3 nights: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Is that real?
No, it's not real.
Holy shit. I can't do it.
I don't think I can commit to 3 nights either. Fuck that.
It's already a week shit as it is. Fuck.
It really is, because then you go from like WrestleMania is the Raw after WrestleMania, and then back in the old, like the NXT, all that jazz, but NXT's boo. So
it's a lot of shit you gotta watch.
It really is, especially if you're reviewing the shit.
Right.
Biggest thing is thank you everyone for listening. As always, we love doing these ones. Thank the guys for being on. Can't wait to do the review. Even when I wish we were able to like record these and show you guys, like when WrestleMania is ass though, our group messages are so much more entertaining because we are talking about how ass WrestleMania is right now, or why so and so won. And I'm pretty sure wrestling fans around the world have their own group messages, but ours is something else during these big pay-per-views. It's very entertaining. Shout out to Triple H, first interview since this heart issue. Glad he's doing well. Glad he's healthy with the kids. Sad he really didn't get the last match he deserved, but his health's more important. And to be honest, the biggest thing WrestleMania this weekend, quick note, the GOAT, Undertaker, going into the Hall of Fame. Should be going in by himself, but it is what it is.
Nah, fuck that fake news Hall of Fame.
I know it's fake, but come on, it's Taker.
I know, but Jesus Christ. You could have inducted that man fucking 5 years ago, for God's sake. Why do we have to even wait? Shit, Edge is still wrestling. He's a fucking Hall of Famer. Complete nonsense.
Well, they didn't know he was coming back.
Nah. Fuck this shit. Shit. Y'all thought I hate Goldberg. I hate the WWE Hall of Fame more than anything.
Oh, it's trash. It's trash.
Sham Hall of Fame, worse than Basketball Hall of Fame. They let there's no reason why fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin should be in the same fucking Hall of Fame as Donald Trump. There's no reason why.
He was the celebrity pick at that.
I don't care. There's no reason why the Undertaker should be in the same Hall of Fame as Kid Rock. What are we doing?
I agree. I said it, I think last year, the video game Hall of Fame's harder to get in than real life.
They have totally just made a fucking mockery of this shit for years now. I'm so sick of it. Like, props to the Undertaker for like getting the recognition, but like, we all know that nigga Hall of Fame, bro. Like, we don't need WWE's sham Hall of Fame to give that man his acknowledgement. Like, get the fuck on with that shit.
As someone said, a listener to the show, Patrick's like, all you gotta do is be in Vince's good graces and you'll get in eventually. And with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. WrestleMania is this Saturday, April 2nd, and then this Sunday, April 3rd. Listen to this if you're making money on those picks. You guys take care.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.